Hello, this is Tori with LANDIO. We have a 35-acre property in Colorado that has Apache Creek running through it. There's road access. It's at the end of a cul-de-sac. There's power lines already in place at the end of that cul-de-sac. There are expansive views of the Rocky Mountains, including Greenhorn Mountain, where you will find the San Isabel National Forest. The San Isabel National Forest is over 1 million acres, and you can access the San Isabel National Forest on the southern portion of Greenhorn Mountain near the Bedito Cone, which is only about 32 miles west of the property. In the San Isabel National Forest, you'll find elk, mule deer, and Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. And south of Greenhorn Mountain are the Spanish Peaks. Long considered sacred by Native American tribes in the area, the Spanish Peaks were known as the breasts of the earth. And these breasts are so large that they were used by travelers along the Santa Fe Trail as a navigation point and were visible from nearly 100 miles away across the plains. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on new properties. This is a view standing on the property looking towards the south at those breasts, the Spanish Peaks. This is looking to the west at Greenhorn Mountain where you'll find the San Isabel National Forest. This is the cul-de-sac where you enter the property. And from the property entrance you can see the East Spanish Peak and the West Spanish Peak. You can also see the power lines and poles that are only about 200 feet from the southern boundary of the property. This is an aerial view of the property entrance. You can see the cul-de-sac right here. That road is named Lonesome Whistle Road. There's the property entrance, and there's Apache Creek that flows through the southern portion of the property. And as it is currently, you would just drive through that portion of the creek. This is a closer view of what that entrance looks like. If you're going to develop the property in the future, you'd most likely put a culvert there. And this is looking from the end of the cul-de-sac to the north. There's the property entrance and the high elevation point on the property, which provides expansive panoramic views that include Greenhorn Mountain and the Spanish Peaks. This is the interactive map with the 35 acres highlighted in green. You can see Apache Creek flowing through the southern portion of the property. And then that connects to the Huerfano River. Here we have the property on Google Earth. We can take a look at that Huerfano River, and you can see those beautiful cliff walls that tower over the east side of the Huerfano River. And if we go back to the interactive map and turn on the contour lines, you can see there's a large portion of the land at that high elevation point of around 5,640 feet. We'll show you the roads to get to the property in just a moment. It's only 6.6 miles from Interstate 25, but first let's take a look at the general location. Here's the 35 acres. Interstate 25 runs north and south west of the property. Head north on Interstate 25, that will take you to Colorado City, which is about 16.4 miles from the property. Colorado City has a population around 1,700. There's Groceries, fuel, a Family Dollar, and Ace Hardware. Head south on Interstate 25, that will take you to Walsenburg. Walsenburg is about 20 miles from the property. It has a population around 3,200. It is the county seat of Huerfano County where the property is located. There you will find the Spanish Peaks Regional Health Center. They have an emergency room with a level 4 trauma center. There's also multiple grocery stores, lumber and building supplies. This is Main Street in Walsenburg where you'll find shops and restaurants. There's also a school that goes all the way through high school. Outside of Walsenburg is the Lathrop State Park where there are 2 lakes and incredible views of those Spanish Peaks. And if you go further north on Interstate 25, that will take you into Pueblo, Colorado. Pueblo is about 40 miles from the property. It has a population over 110,000. In Pueblo, you can find pretty much anything you need, including a hospital, Home Depot, Sam's Club, Target, Natural Grocers, Walmart, and Colorado State University. And now we'll show you the drive from Interstate 25 to the property. It's roughly 6.6 miles. From Interstate 25, you take exit 64, which is Lasker Road. And at the top of that exit ramp, you're going to turn east on County Road 110. You're going to continue straight on County Road 110 until you reach the intersection of County Road 110 and Lonesome Whistle Road. And if you remember from earlier in the video, Lonesome Whistle Road is the road that ends at that cul-de-sac just south of the property. Here's the entrance to the Ghost River Ranch subdivision where the property is located. There's a street sign for Lonesome Whistle Road en route to the property, where you will eventually arrive at the end of this cul-de-sac. If we go back to the interactive map, you can see that intersection of County Road 110 and Lonesome Whistle Road. You cross over these train tracks, and then Lonesome Whistle Road loops around here. You can see that there are several nearby landowners that have developed their properties to varying degrees. Most of them will have a main home, accessory buildings, some manufactured homes, some site-built homes. Here's the southern boundary of the 35 acres, and you can see just to the southwest, there are some structures here. Looks like some corrals where they have animals. Here's another landowner with multiple structures on their property. You'll find all of this information and more on our website, landio.com. Navigate to the property, then click on the main image. That will take you to the property details page. Once you're on the Images tab, you can click the full screen icon, then the grid icon to view all of these images in a grid format. There are well over 100 images of the property and the surrounding area. Here's evidence of wildlife on the property. And then you can click on any of these images to view them in full screen. On the Map tab, you'll find the interactive map. You can also view that in full screen by clicking that full screen icon. The map will then open in a new tab. Below this main section, you'll find the property details and contact information. This 35-acre property is priced at just $49,000 and is listed with Colorado real estate agent Jess Smith of Martin and Tope. For questions, please call or text Jess anytime. Her number is 850-597-1157. Again, that number is 850-597-1157. As you scroll down below the contact information, you'll find additional details, including the distances to nearby points of interest and links where you can find more information about those locations. Here we have the GPS coordinates and links where you can open those on a Google map. If you happen to be in a position where you cannot contact Jess directly, you can also fill out this contact form. Just enter your contact information and message, then press submit. And if you have a property that you're looking to sell in Colorado or any other state, click the Sell Property button that you'll find on every page of our website. That will take you to a simple form where you provide just a few pieces of information. And at the end of the form, you'll find a link to our calendar where you can schedule a call to discuss your property in the process. On behalf of myself, my family, and the entire team here at Landio, we sincerely appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and ask that you help us make the dream of land ownership come true for more people by sharing our website, our properties, and our videos with everyone that you know. Thank you and God bless.
LANDIO.com